Hi and welcome back to this vegan cookies week. Today we're back with our last video, and as I promised you, we're making a healthy version of these cookies. So let's get started. Today we're gonna be making two different recipes again. We're gonna be making one that's gonna be chocolate cookies and one with tahini and cinnamon, and they're both gonna be made with oat flour. I just blended some oats so you can make it gluten-free if you have gluten-free oats. So as always, we're gonna start with our wet ingredients. I'm gonna put 60 of vegan butter, and now in one of them we're gonna put tahini and in the other one we're gonna put peanut butter. But if you wanna make them with fruit, you can also do it with fruit. As we did in the first video of this week, we tried different options, so you can use banana or apple if you want instead of the nuts butter. Help. If I'm filming for please, where's the mosquito thing? I'm dying. Careful with the food. And 20 of peanut butter. Okay, I think that's... And I'm also gonna add about help. Oh, my hand is oily. And 20 of maple syrup. Now some vanilla extract. So now in one of them we're gonna add half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and in the chocolate one we're gonna add a teaspoon of cocoa powder, or maybe two. And now we're gonna start adding the flour, and if we see that they are too dense, we're gonna add a little bit of milk to make them lighter. Baking powder. Instead of the butter, you could also use coconut oil if you like the flavor of coconut. Can you put here the rest of the oat? Okay, so this is ready. Now if you want, you can add nuts or chocolate pieces. In this case, I'm gonna add some walnuts. So now I'm gonna leave them in the fridge a little bit, and then we're gonna bake them. Okay, that's how they look, and as always I'm gonna put them into a plate and we're gonna go outside to try them. So let's do that. So they're breaking a lot, they're pretty dry, so I think a tiny bit of milk would have helped a lot, but let's see if they taste good at least. Wanna try them off camera? They're too dry. The tahini one is a little bit better.
A little dry, but it has a good taste.
I wouldn't mind even a little bit more of cinnamon.
I like both of them. I'm not sure which one more.
They're not super different. So yeah, they're too dry, but the flavors are good. So I would either put a tiny bit of milk, like maybe 10-20 milliliters of milk, or put less flour instead. So just use maybe 80 grams of flour instead of 100. That would help too. But the flavors are super good, and I'm completely sure that the texture is gonna be much better just by adjusting one of these two things. So try them out because they're super good, and I don't think they're missing sugar. I think the flavor is completely fine with the maple syrup. I'm not missing the sugar at all, to be honest. And with that said, that's it for today's video, and with this video we're ending with this vegan cookies week. I hope you like it. So my idea with this video was to bring you a lot of ideas and a lot of recipes so you can mix and match the ones that you like, try different combinations, and knowing more or less the quantities that you need to use, either to make them with fruit, to make them with nuts, to make them gluten-free, or to make them healthy. So you can see, I'm gonna link down below all the videos that I've been posting this week, in case you haven't seen the other ones. And with that said, remember to subscribe if you want to see more, like the video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, I'm gonna put that in the end, but a tip for this that I just thought about is that you can use these cookies if in any of the recipes you get them dry, you use too much flour and they're breaking a lot. You can use this as the base of a cake, for example. You can make a cheesecake or any cold cake, or even my video the banana recipe that I made with the cookie dough. Anything like that, you can use this as a base or as a cookie dough instead, like mixed with another dessert. So you can mash them and maybe add a little bit more butter and use them as a base for a cake. Tip there. I'm out. Let's go.